Starting. All right, I guess we're live. Let's see if we're live. Let's refresh.
Let's refresh the page.
Still not working? Okay.
We're not good enough to be live.
All right, I guess we're live. Let's see if we're live. Oh. All right, I guess we're live. Let's see if we're live. Refresh the page. Refresh. Refresh the page. Still not working? Still not working? No, it's working. All right. Can you guys hear us? Can you guys see us?
It must be live.
I guess we're live. Let's see if we're live. Oh, why is there an echo? All right, so I guess it's better for us to see us here versus there.
Yeah,
and then there's a little bit of a delay. All right, so we just need some confirmation that you guys can see us. A bit of an echo. What about now? Better now? Yeah, we had two windows open. That's why. We had the YouTube window open and we had the Google's broadcast jig open. It's our first time doing this. Yeah. Man, I've never done this before. I feel like I'm moving towards the 21st century.
Because last time we streamed, we did it on Facebook, right? So,
oh, the mic quality gets bad sometimes. All right, let's see if we can fix that. Mic quality. Where is the mic? Microphone. All right. Better now?
I think you muted us.
No, I did not mute us. Better now? Can you guys hear us? Is it better now? Is the sound better? Check. 1, 2, check. Okay. I feel like I needed to do that. All right, we're getting thumbs up, so that means probably the sound just got better. Better now. Looking good. All right, that's what I want to hear. We're looking good and we sounding good. That's all that matters. All right, so we got our little speakers here, and we're going to play the album track by track. This guy has not heard, but besides the singles, I think he only heard one song. Was the Attack of the Dead Men,
which was the one I was most happy
was the one you were most happy for. So that's, besides the singles, that's the only song you've heard. So this is your first time sitting through the whole album from beginning to finish. I've obviously listened to the whole album. I did an album review, so obviously I heard the whole album. Have you heard this album already, Pedro? Yes, I've heard the album already. I did an album review earlier in the week on Wednesday. I posted my album review. So I've not yet up to your video standard, but manageable, nothing to worry. Okay, all right.
Our video standards are...
our videos, yeah, well, it's streaming, so the quality is going to be a little bit dodgy depending on who's watching and how many people are watching. But anyways, let's get things undergoing for all of those that are watching. So I listened to the album already, beginning to finish. I posted an album review on Wednesday, but this is your first time. Maybe you want to move a little bit more on screen. Yeah. But this is going to be your first time listening to the whole album from beginning to finish. You've heard the singles, you heard Attack of the Dead Man, but this is the first time you're going to experience the whole album all the way through. Before we get started, are you excited?
I am, because I've been waiting for a new Sabaton album for
a long time. All right, so the new Sabaton album is here. Let's do this. Let me bring up the player. All right. So, yeah, I agree. Somebody just wrote Attack of the Dead Man is my new favorite song. I completely agree. To me, it's my favorite song on the whole album, and I really think it's going to be one of the greater songs of Sabaton as we move forward, as Sabaton moves forward. But anyways, we're going to start off. We're going to play one track at a time. So we're going to start off with the first track. We're going to go in order. We're going to stop at the end. We're not going to pause the stream. No, we're not going to Alex Hefner the stream. We're going to pause the video, the audio, so that we can talk a little bit about the song before we move on to the next song. Is it okay?
Yeah.
All right.
So it's going to be like our videos, but live.
Exactly. Basically what we do in our videos, but live.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start this. So the first song is Future of Warfare. I'm not going to say anything about the songs until we listen to the songs, because I want to get your take on the song first before I talk, because obviously I already heard the whole album and I already have my mind made up about each single song. So let's play Future of Warfare.
A desolate wasteland, infernal definition of hell. The birth of my new way, September 15, 1916. The first wave approaches, a turquoise lips. Through fire and brimstone, breaking away, coming your way. Standing in the fire, breaking me away. I'm gonna punch fire, going to the end of the grave. Standing in the fire,
Hold on. Apparently the sound is not very good, so let's try to move this. I think I know what the problem is. The speakers are besides the microphone.
Oh,
We should put the speakers behind us. All right, so we're gonna do, how are we gonna do this?
I just killed my mood.
I just killed your mood?
Yeah.
I killed your vibe? You were already vibing to Sabaton? All right, let's see if we can do this. All right, we're having some technical difficulties. I know, recording music coming out of the speaker. I know, but it is what it is, guys. We don't have the technology. Oh, this is not gonna work, is it? Leave it to us to screw up this whole thing.
Yeah, leave it to us to.
All right, so let me move this here behind me. Well, that's not gonna work. It's not gonna be long enough. You know what? We're gonna have to do it this way. There's no other way. Because I don't have any other way to stream.
Well, just turn it like this.
Yeah, you know what? I have an idea. What about let's do this? Let's move you guys far away. Like that. And we'll leave the speakers here. All right. Let's do this. Let's try to figure out this way. I just want to make sure.
Is it good?
Is it better now? It's fine for me. Yeah, better. Yeah, because now the speakers are facing the. All right.
September 15, 1916. The first wave approaches, a turquoise lips. Through fire and brimstone, breaking away, coming your way. Standing in the fire, breaking me away. I'm gonna punch fire, go to the end of the grave. Standing in the fire, I'm gonna punch fire, this is what another day. The spell has been broken, a new way to wage war has come. The future of warfare for all to be seen. 1918, the new world approaches. The land to live. My carnage warfare, breaking away, coming your way. Standing in the fire, breaking me away. Coming up against the fire, going to the end of the way. Standing in the fire, fire to the way. Coming up against the fire, it's like another day.
All right, so that was the end of the first song. By the way, I'm going to play it a little bit more just to get this audio thing sorted out. Let me know when. All right. All right. Anyway, so we heard the first song, right? So the future of warfare. So what did you think? I know the sound is bad, but it's yeah.
I gotta say, the combination of this.
The gear cannot handle the quality of the music. I totally agree.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
Because the song was really, really good, and then I'm looking at the channel. It's like the Daft Punk version.
The Daft Punk remix of Sabaton. Sabaton is so great that our speakers cannot handle freaking Sabaton. I wonder if we didn't use the speakers and if we just played it straight out of the computer, if it would be better.
I don't think so, because then it would be less.
That's even less volume. It's even more robotic. All right. Anyways, what did you think of that opening track? Before I tell you what I thought about the opening track.
Well, I mean, the song was really good.
Even with all the distractions of
even with all the distractions, I feel the distraction made it better because
we already moved the speakers in front of us.
Yeah,
they're here. See, they're here. They're already in front of us. They're facing the microphone, people. We'll adjust it. Well, yeah. we'll go from there. Anyways, by the way, now we're giving a shout out to the maker of these shitty speakers.
Yeah, we're not sponsored.
All right. So anyways, what did you think of the song?
I said it was really good. I especially like the drums in the chorus. Like the drums, as the vocals kind of came in and out for the chorus, the drums were always still there.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that.
See, to me,
I also like the fastness of his vocals during the chorus.
To me, this song, when I started listening to the album, I thought that why didn't they put Great War as the first track? Because that one
make more sense.
Almost kind of like, kind of encapsulates the whole record. But then if you pay attention to the lyrics of this song, The Future of Warfare, it kind of talks about how World War I got started, right? So it kind of makes sense that this is the opening track because it kind of sets the table for how the war started and all of that. So when you look at that perspective, try to set the sound speakers in the computer, or maybe the speakers. We tried the speakers behind the computer, it didn't work out great. Anyways, the chat is hilarious. Yeah, we're coming to Heavy Montreal. Yeah, we're going to be there. But anyway, so going back to this song, I felt that the song before, I thought, why not start with Great War? Why start with this one? And then once I started listening to the song, I felt this song works almost as an intro track, not only just as a song, because from a structure of the song is very simple. There's not too much complication about it.
Yeah.
Even the lyrics are very simple. The verses are very short. The chorus comes in.
The chorus is also pretty short because
it's hooky. The chorus is hooky.
The chorus is very hooky, but they kind of like chop it out, and you can still hear the drums going straight through.
Yeah. So I felt that the more the live stream is going to stay available on YouTube for you guys to watch, so you can listen to Robotic Sabaton or Daft Punk Remix. Now I want to hear how it sounds like. So the way I look at it is simple. I felt that the track, the more I listened to the album, the more it made sense why they put the track at the beginning, because it works both as an intro track to the album, because it's not complex, so it's an easy listening track to kind of get you into the mood of the rest of the record. And from a story perspective, it kind of sets the table to what the rest of the story of World War I is going to be like, and to the rest of the record is going to be like. So from that perspective, from its simplicity, and from the fact that it kind of sets the table for the story of World War I like the fact that it works as the first track. Having said that, it wouldn't have been bad if you get the Great War to start off. Maybe, yeah, Great War couldn't be the last one just because of which one is the last one. But yeah. Yeah, I don't think also it's unreasonable to have Sabaton speakers. By the way, we have the Sabaton Lego tank, so
Yeah.
you know, like I mean, like they could make speakers. So, anyways, so I like the more I listen to the album now, the more I like this track as the opener because it's simple, it's easy, it's catchy. It tells the story of World War I as everything gets started. Not the story overall, but the story of how it got started. So from that perspective, I like it as the #1 track. It works. It's hooky, it's catchy, has a nice melody to it. The drums are powerful, like you said. I like it. I like it. All right. Now track #2. All right, track #2. Let me set up track #2. 7 Pillars of Wisdom. Now, everybody's talking about this track. I said I was not going to say anything, but I'm going to say something. So everybody's talking about this track because this track perhaps has some of the best guitars in the whole album as far as the whole sound and how they sounded and the structure and how they were put together. So I just want to give you that information. Everybody's, not everybody, but a lot of people, even on the comment section, a lot of people are saying that this is one of their favorite tracks on the album. It wasn't my favorite track, but it's one of my favorite tracks. All right. So with that in mind, let's see if this works less Daft Punk.
Far from home, a man with a mission. In the heat of the glistening sun, in the heart of nature's tradition, this one's journey has only begun. See the chaos of later has entered the battlefield. Sabotage, the game is about to unfold. As the darkness falls and the radiant falls on this precious ways, as the battle begins, they do not lay claim unto Lord and states, and the pillars of wisdom lights the flame. Louder it goes to gain independence, hide and seek hunters up to the trail. Join the ranks, obtain their acceptance, side by side raid the ultimate rail. Lead the charge, steal and defeat the master's cause. Sabotage and polish the creatures to dust. As the darkness falls and the radiant falls on this precious ways, as the battle begins, they do not lay claim unto Lord and states, and the pillars of wisdom. After the war has been won, the section of treason. Who can tell who's good to gain, who's good to lose, who did the dying, betrayal of trust from within, or compel, the pillars always one can tell, like hope where a new life awaits, whispers of past, the sons of Arctica, the solo as the darkness falls and the radiant falls on this precious ways, as the battle begins, may the not lay claim unto Lord and states, and the pillars of wisdom lights the flame. As the darkness falls and the radiant falls on this precious ways, as the battle begins, may the not lay claim unto Lord and states, and the pillars of wisdom lights the flame.
All right. The next song we're going to try without the freaking speakers. Let's try this without the speakers. The next song. So, anyways, what did you think of that? That song is absolutely epic.
You know, I was seeing a couple of comments saying that it kind of reminded people of White Death, which it kind of did. It reminded me of White Death too, with like because both of them are quite similar. They both have really, really good what's it called, starting guitar riffs. And both of them kind of sound similar. Both of them kind of sound similar, but the song's actually really good.
Yeah, the song it's following. This is how I felt about it. Following the first song, that to me was a very simple song as far as the song structure is concerned. in terms of how, you know, the whole versus chorus, versus chorus solo, and even the content of the lyrics was very simple. There was nothing very elaborate about the lyrics of the first song. It fit the purpose of starting off by telling you how the war got started. So from that perspective, this one coming right after, it adds a lot more complexity to it. It's a more robust, it feels like a thicker, more volume, stronger song. The lyrics are more detailed, are more like storyline driven, like Lawrence of Arabia. By the way, Lawrence of Arabia, what a great movie that is. Have you seen Lawrence of Arabia?
I feel like I have. I've also saw the Deadliest Warrior thing.
About Lawrence of Arabia?
Yeah, because they had Lawrence of Arabia versus Teddy Roosevelt, remember?
Yeah, so, well, it's, death metal, man. Craft metal is a different story altogether. So we're going to try the next song without the speakers, just with the computer speakers. Let's see how that goes.
It's going to go terrible.
If it goes terrible, we just plug in the speakers and we go back to Daft Punk. Anyways, going back to the pillars, 7 pillars. Anyways, I felt the song was a lot more robust. Following a song that's so simple, this one is so complex in terms of how the guitars are put together, how the guitars sound, even the lyrics feel stronger, more story driven. There's a little bit more meat on the bone, if you will, as far as the story is concerned. So I really like this song following the first one because it moved it into a more complex arena. So it's a song that's really well put together, and it has that Sabaton, like, I don't know, that cinematic feel that Sabaton is able to add to the songs. You know what I mean? Specifically songs that talk about a specific person or specific. They're always able to create this cinematic feel, like because they
put so much detail into like the 3 minutes that their songs are. That you have a history, like
it's a mini history lesson. It's like a Cole's Notes. It's like a Cole's Notes history lesson. All right, craft metal is more like Glory Hammer. I agree. So the next one, what's the next one? Oh,
we already went to the next one.
No. Oh, that's going to sound even. Oh, that's going to sound like shit.
Go.
Oh, bro.
Come on, don't spoil the songs for me.
What the hell is wrong with this thing? Okay, so that was the first. 7 Pillars of Wisdom is the second, and the next one is 82nd All the Way. Okay. Which, this was, by the way, the 82nd, and I just tried the volume. The volume is shit coming out of the computer, so let's plug this, plug that thing back again. I know it's Daft Punk, but until we, where's the
Sabaton Daft Punk? That's a new thing.
Anyways, if you guys, you know, everybody knows the songs by now. Anyways, it's not like we're broadcasting songs that never been played before. Oh. Now I know why I fucked up the treble. Okay, let's see if maybe that was what I was doing. You thought
he was putting up the volume.
I thought I was adjusting the volume as I was adjusting the treble. No wonder you guys were listening to Daft Punk. So let's see if that gets improved now.
Do you think hearing them all?
Yeah, let's see if this works better. All right, so the next song is 82nd All the Way, a song about an American soldier. But they tell you everything about. Honestly, I didn't know anything about.
I feel like all your knowledge of history is coming from Sabaton.
That's 100% correct. I mean, like half of the speakers are close to the mic. I mean, any closer to the mic, and then you guys can't see us.
Yeah, so the mic, I have to tape these to the.
I would have to tape the speakers to my forehead. Well, that would be a Daft Punk costume if I've ever seen one. Like, all right.
Tape it to our forehead. We're going to.
Anyway, so 82nd All the Way, the third song on the album, I put this as one of my top 3. Okay, when I did my top 3 of the album review, I picked 3 that were not part of the singles. So this was one of my top 3 that was not part of the singles. It's one of my favorites. So let's do this. Oh my
In the draft of 1917, a man from Tennessee. Overseas to the trenches he went, to the land of the free. It's a war for 2 things along, a for land his dream. Taylor just a player, Satan, 338.
No, I'm not singing.
and all the way into the fires of hell. They are not here to be. After the wall from low to the sea, to be pretty, all the way from Tennessee. It's 123. When his faith has been put to the test, the call to arms he heeds. On the 8th of October he went, being a sergeant for his deeds. He was near the raid on the wall, but seen along the hill. Since he had been taken the prisoners by power of his will. Yeah, on the day, Sergeant York entered the fray, saving the day. They set them all the way into the fires of hell. They are not here to be. After the war from low to the sea, to be 1918, all the way from Tennessee. It's 123. What Sergeant York achieved that day would echo to the USA. It's 82nd all the way, and from above, what they now say. What Sergeant York achieved that day echoes sometimes to the USA. It's 82nd all the way, and from above, what they now say. Into the fires of hell, they are not here to be. To the wall from low to the sea, to be 1918, all the way from Tennessee. It's 120, hell, they are not here to be. To the wall from low to the sea, to be 1918, all the way from Tennessee. It's 123.
Sergeant York, the best thing to come out of Tennessee since Jack Daniels. They don't say that in the song, but I'm adding that little piece there. All right, so what did you think of that 82nd all the way?
It's so uplifting.
It is very uplifting,
especially the solo. The solo is like cut like a little bit over the top, but so uplifting.
Yeah, the solo has a nice little dynamic to it.
Yeah.
It doesn't get too crazy. It just stays kind of balanced with the same melody that the track kind of had all the way through. But it has a nice little giddy up to it. Yeah. You know what I mean? The funny thing about the story is that I had no clue about who Sergeant York was. I mean, I had no clue. Like you said before, all my knowledge of history comes through listening to Sabaton songs. And then after I listen to the song, I get intrigued by the story, and then I go do my own research on my own time. So this one, it was a song that I had no clue about the actual, character, Sergeant York. I had no clue. And then listen to the song, it kind of got me interested into the story of who he was and what he did. And the song has a really good way to bring his story to life, the way they sing it. And I like a part there. There's a part there after a chorus where he's repeating the line, and when Joaquin repeats the line is not even over yet, and he repeats it like it's like you're almost finishing your sentence, but then before he finishes his sentence, he repeats it again. He starts it again. I really like that. I like the way they did that in the song, because it feels like, oh, he's finishing off the line.
No,
and then he almost at the way, like before he says the last two syllables or the last three syllables, it repeats all over again. Oh, I thought that was really well put together. Definitely one of the better songs of the album. I agree. Death metal. Yes, we already moved beyond that. I know the quality of the audio is shit, especially when we're playing the songs. Yeah. But hey, if you guys don't want to listen to the song from here, you can always listen to the song in your own time. By the CD.
Because we say what song's coming next.
Exactly. We tell you what song is next anyways. So it is what it is. We don't have high technology here in Canada. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So how did you feel about this song? This is the third song now in. How did you feel about this one as the album starts to move along?
I feel like the album's coming together now. because you start off with a nice kind of hooky chorus for the first song, then you have a kind of over the top song for the second song. This one's more, it's more, how do I say this? It's really
kind of beat feel to it. I mean, not that the previous one didn't have it, but I felt this one
had it way more.
I felt this one had it way more.
That one had it more for a guitar standpoint. This one had it for more melody and
overall
feel.
The other one felt a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The guitar melody give it a little bit of an uplifting feel, but it felt a little bit more serious. This one feels a little bit more uplifting all around, not just from a guitarist perspective, but also from a vocal perspective.
Yeah.
All right, I agree with that. When is the first Daft Metal concert coming? Well, you're watching it right now. I mean, we're streaming it live. This is industrial Sabaton. This is a new genre we're creating here.
It stopped for a minute, and I saw in the chat someone said, it stopped. Daft Metal stopped.
Okay, so that means it's working better now, no?
Well, it was. I think people
didn't last long. Is that what people are saying? Didn't last long.
I don't know.
All right.
Either way, Daft Metal. It's gonna.
Will you do an interview with Sabaton? Okay, before we go on to the next song, let's answer some questions. By the way, the next song is The Attack of the Dead Men. My favorite song on the album. So, anyways,
time to pause.
Yeah, but I didn't pause in the middle of the song. We're gonna get going. I just want to answer a couple of questions. You don't have. That's not a question for us. All right. So the question was, will you do an interview with Sabaton? I will be. Sabaton is going to be touring in North America in October with Hammerfall. They come into Toronto. I will be requesting an interview with Sabaton through their label reps. That doesn't mean it will happen. Obviously, the label has to agree and the band has to agree to do it. So if they agree to do it, of course we will do it. But we're definitely going to be asking. Only 3 weeks until A&P hits Finland. Yeah. That is correct. That is correct.
I feel like it's shorter.
No, it's 3 weeks. In 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Today is Friday, right?
Today's Friday, so I think
3 weeks from today we'll be in Finland already. That's the first day of the festival, August 9th. So yeah, that is true. I'm so excited about that. But before that, we're going to have in Montreal next weekend, and the lineup is killer. The only way the lineup could have been any better is if Sabaton was playing there. Yeah. But that wasn't to be had. All right. Now, next song is The Attack of the Dead Men. Have you heard the soundtrack version of the songs? Yes. When the label provided me with a copy of the album, they provided me with both the copy of the album and the soundtrack version of the songs. So I got both. I have both on me. And I have heard both. He hasn't. It's the first time he's listened to the album. Yeah. And by the way, he's listened to the songs with quality, not like the Daft Punk version.
I also pre-ordered the album, so.
Yeah, exactly. All right. I hit the iTunes accounts today, by the way. All right, so The Attack of the Dead Men. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. I'm not singing Seven Colors of the
There's a thunder in the east, it's an attack of the disease. Baby, facing poison gas, 7,000 target mass. Turn the tide of the attack, but force the enemy to get back. And that's when the dead men are marching again.
I love this chorus.
To combat hard, Hindenburg against the Tsar. Only 12 battalions march into a Russian countercharge. They'll be fighting for their lives. Yes, the enemy revives. Russians won't surrender, no. Straight and clear to the foe. And that's when the dead men are marching again.
That part there, that pre-chorus. I love this song. I was just thinking about, before we talk about this song, because this song, oh, there's a lot. I almost broke the non-Sabaton speakers. Maybe they'll make some speakers. Anyways,
we should paint these in the Sabaton colors.
Oh, I'm totally doing that. I'm gonna paint these in the Sabaton colors, and I'm gonna name one Tommy.
Oh,
Yeah, and one Joaquin. Tommy and Joaquin. All right. So,
put little aviator glasses.
put a mohawk. We'll put a mohawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're gonna do. All right. Well, you'll see these once they're done. What I was gonna say before we talk about the song, because there's a lot to unpack from this song. I absolutely think this is the best song on the record. I want to say I want to say one thing. Now I forgot what I was gonna say. All right, maybe I'll remember. It was something related to what I saw on the stream. But anyway, so let's go.
I saw that.
Oh, the death. Now I remember.
Oh,
Sorry. Now I remember. You know, there's no chance of YouTube taking this stream down because of copyright issues. Because
everything just sounds
everything is a remix.
Yeah.
Everything is a remix. So nothing is going to get picked up by the copyright police. I mean, it was not going to get taken down anyways. We asked permission from the label to do what we're doing, and obviously they figured out, oh, these two fuckers are going to screw up this so royally bad that there's no way that this is even going to be a problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, go ahead,
Also,
do it. You know, the
looking
song's
in
going to sound like
I was
shit.
looking in the chat, and someone said the Swedish battalion has arrived.
All right. Well, not the Winged Hussars, the Swedish
No.
battalion. Okay, because the Winged Hussars, they come down the hill bringing chicken wings, you
Yeah.
know, and sauce and chicken wings. All right, let's dissect this song. The reason why to me this song is the greatest song on the record has a few points. The first one is Joaquin sings in the pre-chorus, like very slow, like methodic.
Yeah.
Here comes the like it's very like. It almost sounds like
kind of
William
built-
Shatner in Star Trek. You know, like William. You don't know
I
William
don't
Shatner.
know, but I like how it's building.
You never watched Star Trek with William
No.
Shatner. William Shatner in Star Trek talks like let's say they want to go somewhere. We have to go there now.
Oh,
He talks like that. William Shatner. He's Canadian, by the way. William Shatner talks like that. He talks like with huge pauses in between each word.
if they're gonna put a Canadian in Star Trek, they should put Peter North.
Yeah, well, then he could control the starship through his own joystick. All right, moving on from that. So, anyways,
the pre-chorus is kind of building up for
almost like one step at a time,
Yeah.
right? So I like that pre-chorus because it has that William Shatner vibe to it. Like he's only saying like almost one word at a time. Here comes the like it's like one word. It has that build-up effect to it, And then in the chorus, he doesn't sing in the chorus. In the chorus, they have the choir singing the song, right? So it adds so much.
Well, no, he's there.
But overall, you have this huge choir
Yeah.
there that just muffles everything into one big choir, right? So you have him doing the pre-chorus. Pedro shutting it down to a T. So anyway, so you have this pre-chorus where he goes one word at a time, right? Like, and then in the chorus, it's like all of the dead men arrived, right?
Yeah.
So it's like this bombastic sound of that choir and all the voices together at the same time, singing that over the top,
especially
chorus.
even at the end where they're still singing and he's going back to that.
Okay, I was gonna say that. So in the first couple of choruses, that is flag on the book for that pun. So on the chorus, on the first couple of choruses, you have that setup where he comes in William Shatner like, and then you have the bombastic choir to give you the chorus.
Pretty fast.
Exactly, and it goes fast, and it has like, it's almost like a battle chant, like a battle hymn. It has that kind of vibe to that chorus. In the last chorus is where he comes in and he sings over the top of the choir, which I think it's magnificent. What a way, like if you're going to have the chorus set up in that perspective all the way through the two previous times that you run through it.
The pre-chorus happened during
the chorus, on top of the chorus, in the last chorus. It's absolutely magnificent. Just from a song structure perspective, it's magnificent. Then you go to the what was it? I was going to say to the solo. And the way the solo is, the solo, to me, there's two momentums in the solo, right? You'll have the first part of the solo where it almost finishes, it feels like the solo is going to finish, and then it comes back up again. So like almost, it feels like two solos are merged there. So you have the solo, it feels like the note is finishing, and then boom, it starts over again. And then you have at the end of the solo, when the solo finishes and you get that guitar melody, that killer guitar melody at the end of the chorus that has this such a rocking feel to it. It's so really well put together. It kind of takes a little bit, not 100% of the sound, the melody that the song has throughout, but takes a little bit of that, you know what I mean? And incorporates, it gives it a little bit more of a methodic feel to it, a more melodic feel to it. I absolutely love how that whole structure of the solo is set up. And I love how they did the chorus, pre-chorus, chorus, pre-chorus, chorus, and then at the end they merged the two with him singing over the choir.
Yeah.
When you put all of these things together, this is my absolute favorite song on the record.
The thing is when I found that this was going to be a song, because I wanted this story to be a song for maybe a year before the album was.
I think it's a great story.
Me too, because Sabaton, after we did a couple of videos, they started to enlighten more history in me. So I would search up like World War I, stuff like that. And this was a story that I came across and I loved it. And I'm like, this would be a perfect Sabaton song.
I can't eat the speaker. If I try to eat the speakers, yeah, I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, no.
If you ate the speaker, then whenever you would open your mouth, you'd be singing perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. The solo revives like the dead Russian soldiers.
Yeah.
Exactly. What a great comment.
They
much better than the speakers one.
You think you think the solo's about to end, and then
the solo. You think the solo's about to end, then the other solo starts.
That's when they die and they come. Like,
no. But the solo never ends. So you mean at the end when the second part of the solo ends, and you think it's going to end, and then it doesn't end.
Yeah.
It almost feels like exactly like he said. It feels like the dead Russian soldiers are coming back to life, almost like. They got jolted with a defibrillator and they got like one last breath of air in them, because that moment there at the end of the solo when that guitar comes in, it's not fast, it's very methodic, but it has some beauty to it, almost like the last, like you said, almost like the dead Russian soldiers coming to life, but almost like also them breathing their last gasps of air in order to finish what they had started. You know what I mean? That to me is, that part of the song there is magnificent. The way they put the whole song together is absolutely magnificent. And by the way, the start has a huge synthesizer thing right at the beginning of the song. All right, enough of this. Next song. So the next song is Devil Dogs. All right, I don't want to say too much about this song before we get started because I don't want to skew your opinion. So I want to hear what you have to say about this song, and then we'll talk about this song.
1918, USA intervened. Until now, mainly observing. Feeling the weakness of the southeast of land is a battle that writes history. I tell the fact, in the fight I rebel, the sixth time they managed to break the line. Out of the car, out of the law, the deadliest weapon on earth. Till I died, not to punish it, the game and the news, they were the devil's arms, we were warring machine, they were the USA Marines. Dutch we died and attacked through the left with the test of the battle of Bellow. Clearing the forest and advance through the trees. It's the end of the war that's in sight. And 1 or 2, it's a final breakthrough. It's a key to controlling the battlefield. Sentinel, a marine and a gun. The foes running fair of the name. Kill, fight, die, not to punish the guilt. The game and the name. We were warring machine, they were the USA Marines. In times they have leaders, sometimes they are paid when the leaders fall and fire. Our life and desire, lusting to glory. These are what in the name that belong to this day. In times they have leaders, sometimes they are paid when the leaders fall and fire. Our life and desire, lusting to glory. These are what in the name that belong to this day. Come on, you sons of bitches!
Our friend there in the comment section, Symphony of Tragedy, said that Joaquin's voice never sounded better than on this album. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that statement. And I love how he's able to roll the R's.
Yeah, the rolling of the R's.
The rolling of the R's, as far as I'm concerned, is trademark Sabaton sound. It should be, you know, UNESCO should make it like a world monument. You know what I mean? Like, it's absolutely incredible. The way he rolls the R's.
Sings in English, no one else can do it.
I know, but you would think that he sings and he rolls the R's, he has a little bit of an accent, that would deter from... No, to me that makes it better. Exactly, that makes it better. All right, so...
The chorus part, it kind of reminds me of Smoking Snakes. Or, I don't know, I think it's Smoking Snakes. I think that's the
So
name.
Devil Dogs reminds you a little bit of Smoking Snakes?
Well,
at the start?
Yeah, because it's kind of dun, 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 because that part is kind of similar to Smoking Snakes.
All right, I'm going to say something. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
So I haven't listened to the whole album. I think we have a couple more songs that I haven't listened to.
Oh, yeah. There's still the singles. We're going to go through the singles.
Yeah. Out of the ones we've already done,
okay,
this one's a little bit on the weaker side.
Ooh!
But it's because I'm listening to. The thing is because I'm listening.
No. It's fine. I'm saying okay. Don't.
This is the first time we're agreeing on Sabaton.
Yeah, dude.
Because the thing is so far because I'm listening to it in order, right?
Yeah, we're listening to it.
That's how you can. If I actually go in the car though and we're driving somewhere and I listen to this song, I can go because this is an actual good song. It's just that you're listening to it.
You're listening to every single track today for the first time, with the exception of the singles and the Attack of the Dead Men.
Yeah.
And we're listening in order. I don't think you ever actually listened to a Sabaton album in order. This is the first, because we always listen to depending on the songs that we do.
I have a full Sabaton album other than this one, because what I do is
we do the songs as we do the reaction videos.
And I feel bad listening to songs because then you haven't heard them. Then we do the reaction videos, and I know them already.
Exactly.
Right. So I feel bad for listening ahead, but I have only like one song to buy more from Art of War.
All right, so let me pick up on what you said. Right, you said that so far, Devil Dogs, you feel like it's the weakest song so far.
So far.
All right, I didn't want to say anything before. I was reading the comments. I didn't want to say anything.
So
before.
People were saying it's like their favorite
song,
and I felt bad because I was like,
okay, but no, everybody has their opinion. I think if you're American, this song, right,
it speaks to you.
This song speaks to you, right? This one in 82nd All the Way, right? Because it talks about, this one is about U.S. Marines, so it hits close to home, right? So if you're American, I really feel like you're going to connect to this song because of the history content of the lyrics of the song, right? To me, this, and I know I'm going to piss off people in the comment section, this to me was the weakest song of the album. I don't know. I saw a comment, Peter Derrigan, I can't pronounce the last name.
Someone said also it's like the kind of the weakest song in the thing, and then you're like, I can't put my finger on it.
Exactly, it was Peter. I'm gonna call him Peter Trinklage. You know, yeah, Trinklage. I think that's the name from the guy from Lord of.
It's Dinklage.
Is it Dinklage?
Wow.
Trinklage?
Wait.
I think
is that Lord of the Rings?
No, it's the guy from the Game of Thrones, the imp guy. Isn't that his real name?
Oh, you watched Game of Thrones. I didn't, and I know that.
Okay. Anyways, moving on. So to me, I agree with what Peter said, because to me, this song, so far, it's already the weakest one for you so far.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, the first one's opening up the thing, and it's very...
Oh, the three that came after are absolutely epic.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like there's no soft spot after that first opening track, right?
Yeah.
So to me, when I was listening to the album in order, I also felt when it got to this song that this was the weakest one of the albums up to this point. And then after this point, the songs, all the singles, we haven't even touched yet. All the singles are going to come after. So I really felt that to me, this was also one of the weaker songs. And for the same reason as Peter said, I also cannot put my finger on it. I don't know why. I love the chorus. I like the fact that he, you know, especially when he says, you know, this is the U.S. Marines, has such a patriotic feel to it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the fact that I'm not American. I don't really relate necessarily to, because Canadians are not overly patriotic, so I don't really.
Some people are.
Some people are, but not in general. I mean, we don't have Canadian flags in our cars. Like when you go to the U.S., a lot of people have flags in their car, which is fine.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it's not really something that we're not overly patriotic. So maybe that's the reason why. I don't know. I honestly cannot. The song itself, from a solo perspective, from the lyrics, from the story, there's nothing wrong with it.
Well, yeah.
But to me, it just feels like one of the flatter songs. I just don't know why.
Me neither. Because I mean,
don't know why.
I like the you know the lyrics of the song and everything. It's just there's something about it that just makes it weaker than.
See, I was right. Oh no, you were right. It's Peter Dinklage.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, he was Tyrion Lannister. You know, he always pays his debts. Yeah, that's one of the things they always do. They always pay their debts. All right. Somebody said Devil Dogs. Yeah, not really for me, and I'm American. I mean, I really think a lot of people like it, especially if you're American, you can relate to it. Perhaps, you know, not everybody, but to me, I cannot. If I look at the structure of the song, if I look how the song is put together, the lyric, everything is fine. But for some reason, when I was listening to the album, like after the first two, because I listened to the album before I recorded the review, I listened to every album at least 3 times all the way through, and then I pick certain spots and I listen to those spots a little bit more in order to give a little bit more details.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. After the 3rd time listening through the album, when I got to this song, I pressed skip. I'm just being honest, because it just didn't do it for me. It
didn't have it.
It didn't have it. Yeah. All right. So next one.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't upset anybody. I mean, I don't mean any disrespect to the song or to people who like it. It's just not for me. Okay. The next song is the Red Baron. All right, but this one sounds different.
You know what's funny?
From the video we did.
Out of all the singles we've done, this is one of my favorites.
Okay, from all the singles, this is my least favorite.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. Okay, so I lied. I don't only skip. I skipped this one too. I skipped this one too. These two songs back to back, to me, they fall flat back. Having said that, Red Baron on the album is better than the video that we did, because the video that we did was missing this keyboard piano intro. The video didn't have that. The song on the album does.
No,
on the iTunes it had it.
Yeah.
Okay, but when we did the video, it didn't. It didn't. All right. So let's do the Red Baron. Okay, maybe I'm changing my mind.
That's where the legend will arise. There is flying fire, king of the sky, trying to pass and he's flying too high. Let you never die. Cause this scene is a leave of the street, it's not the end and the tide is turning. Fire the play with the wind of the tail, running the nation down with engines burning. Embrace the flame, let's walk on leader. Call out this name, protect our fleet. The game to win, the gamble knows the ties. Lady allies paid the price. And it's flying higher. King of the sky, trying to pass and he's way too high. Higher, I'm for the night, let you never die.
Okay, this one I like.
Higher, higher, king of the sky, designed to pass again, designed to high, it's like higher, I'm for the night, let you never die. Higher. Soldiers from the horseback to the skies, and the legend never dies. And it's flying, and it's flying, and it's flying higher. King of the sky, trying to pass, and it's flying too high. Higher, and for the night, let you never die. Higher, king of the sky, trying to pass, and it's flying too high. Higher, and for the night, let you never die.
All right, Red Baron. So this one wasn't a surprise for us because this was one of the singles.
Yeah.
We already did a reaction video on this one. This one is coming back around to me. I'm going to admit it. Of the three singles, I still feel like this was the weakest of the three singles. But I'm going to be honest, this is kind of growing on me. This song is kind of growing on me. I don't know.
You know what's funny? That's how I felt when we listened to the song the first time. I felt it was good, but a little bit weak. But then I started listening to it more and more, and now it's one of my favorites.
I think the problem with the singles being the singles that were released for this specific album, I think the problem was Bismarck was the first song, and it's not even on the album because it has nothing to do with World War I. That song set the bar so high. Wow, we're not going to die today.
Yeah.
It set the bar so high that everything that came after that was compared to Bismarck. Everybody's like, well, that was good, but Bismarck was way better.
Bismarck, the riff was
it was way better. And then it's like the next one comes up, well, that was okay, it was good,
But was it Bismarck?
but it's not Bismarck. And then the next one comes out. Well, that was different.
Red
you know,
Baron,
Red Baron. There was
Red
a
Baron.
nice story, whatever. You know, nice touch.
You know what I like about Red Baron though? The B, because the B stands for Bismarck, and Bismarck was.
That's a nice one.
That's how.
Oh, I like that. That was good. By the way, somebody wrote on the comment section that the Red Baron was shut down by a Canadian. Wow.
That was like the one thing I didn't know.
I didn't know that. Wow. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Canadians taking Germans down. You know, he was German, right? Okay. I'm still getting this right. All right.
He was their best pilot. He was their best pilot.
Yeah, he was their best pilot. All right. So, yeah, I agree. Bismarck is so completely different. It's like Bismarck is its own album.
It is.
You know what I mean? So everything it
has its own like album cover and everything.
Yeah. So everything that got released afterwards got compared to Bismarck. You know what I mean? And then when people found out Bismarck was not on the album, because how the hell are you going to put Bismarck on the album unless you put it as a bonus track? But the whole album is a concept surrounding World War One. You cannot do that. Just do another album about World War II and then insert Bismarck there as an extra track. Do something like that. Yeah. So I feel like everything got compared to it as far as the singles are concerned. So anyways, Red Baron is kind of growing on me. It's kind of growing on me. I just kind of one thing I'm happy that they didn't go with the same style of song as Night Witches, because they're both about airplanes and stuff. So I'm glad they didn't.
This one has more like a.
Stand, doesn't it?
Well, this one we've talked about in the video has more of German.
Has a full
feeling.
Yeah, remember I said it sounded like a sausage fest, and it wasn't sausage fest.
It was Oktoberfest.
All right. Oh my god. Sounds like Shuri. Yeah, a little bit. I agree with that. 82nd All the Way has a little bit of Shuri. This one has a little bit of The Last Stand, I find. I mean, just my opinion. All right, you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Let's see. The next one is Great War, another single. Actually, one of my favorite songs from the singles that came out. I like this one more than Fields of Verdun. I like this one more. All right. Anyways, you ready?
Yeah.
With deadly lies, I'm paralyzed. My brother's eyes are gone. And he shouted dirty, nameless marks his grave. Mother home, get a telegram and shed a tear of grief. Mud and blood in foreign land, trying to understand. Where is this greatness of the town? This is the life that we've been sold. This is the one that sacrifice. Great war, and we're gonna take more. Great war, I keep on marching on. Play the right score, then we'll be no longer. Great war, the one to end all of us. I'm standing here, I'm full of fear, with bodies at my feet. Only there, only on the trench, bullets were my name. Lead ahead, as the captain said, and show them no remorse. Who am I to understand what have I become? I do my duties, pay the price. I do the work is sacrifice. I know my deeds are not in vain. Great war, and we're gonna take more. Great score, I take one more chance. I play the great score, then we'll be no longer. Great war, the one as we are fighting until the dawn. So follow me, and we will write our oldest lands.
I just saw a comment
Me too.
that I don't like. I think Sabaton are losing their edge. Are you kidding me? Sabaton is like Gillette. They never lose their edge.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they are like Gillette. It's the best a man can get.
And I see that. Take note, Kirk Hammett. That's how you bend the note. Yes, he knows how to bend his knees because he slipped on the stage the other day as he was pressing his pedal.
Ooh.
And it was raining. Kirk Hammett from Metallica. They were performing. It was raining, and he slipped and he bent his knee. All right, this song to me, the only problem with this song is where it's placed in the record. The more I listen to this album, we talked about it. If you're gonna have the opening track, and this one overall tells the story of the Great War. This one has to be the second last song, because to me, In Flanders Fields, which is the last song, has to be the absolute last song on the record. So to me, this one should come right before that because it encapsulates the whole war.
Yeah.
It gives you, it's like the Coles Notes of everything that went on through the war. So to me, the only thing wrong with the song is where it's placed on the album. That's the only thing wrong, because to me, this is one of the greater songs on the album. This song is epic. Like everything about this song is epic. I also saw a comment where somebody said that, because I said I like this one more than Fields of Verdun, and somebody said that this is a better song than Fields of Verdun, but Fields of Verdun has a better video than this one. I agree.
Yeah.
The Fields of Verdun video is absolutely like a mini movie. I absolutely love it. They're going to release, by the way, Sabaton, if you guys don't know, they're going to release a lyric video for 82nd All the Way. I think either today or tomorrow they're going to release a lyric video for that. I think it's either today or tomorrow they're going to release a lyric video for that song. But I'm hoping down the line they do a video for the Attack of the Dead Men. I really, in a good video, like a Fields of Verdun kind of video, like a Bismarck kind of like full-on production kind of video. I really hope so. I really hope they do that. So Great War.
And they have all the costumes. They already have the costumes
from Fields of, just hire the same guys from Fields of Verdun.
No, they have the same costumes that they did for the Grass Pop.
Oh, when they did you mean the choir?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had all the but you think the choir's gonna be in the
cameos?
Just use them as extras?
Yeah.
Save some pesos?
Do you think they're gonna bring some of them on tour with them?
Wow, I don't think so. I mean, the cost of bringing them, for example, to North America would be like prohibitive. Like you have to buy a visa for every single guy that comes and sings.
But
and
I don't think they would a couple.
I think they would.
The whole time.
You can. No, I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can do that. Either you go all the way, or you just, there's no such thing as that kind of pregnant. There's no such thing as
You've
kind of
used
pregnant.
this so many times.
I know. Either you're pregnant or you're not. There's no kind of pregnant, and the same thing goes with a choir. There's no like 3 people. That's not a choir. That's people loitering. You know what I mean? Like it's no. You gotta either you do it the full way or you don't do it at all. That's my opinion. I think they will use it in Europe during like festivals, like Wacken, for example. I would be shocked if they're not going to use them there, because Sabaton is celebrating their 20th anniversary, right? So I'll be shocked if they don't do it at the bigger festivals. Yeah. Personally, I want more songs about Japanese history, says Peter or Dinklage. I call him
Dinklage.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage. Not necessarily an entire album, maybe a hard to sell. A few more songs could be definitely handled. I would like some songs about ninjas.
I think they're
Ninjas are Japanese. They were Japanese assassins.
Japanese. I thought they were Japanese.
No, ninjas are Japanese, man.
Ah,
Are they? No, you got me thinking.
yeah, I think
All
they're
right, no,
Chinese.
I think they're Japanese.
I think either Chinese or Japanese.
All right, so that one is done. Next on the list is A Ghost in the Trenches. All right, I just want to say this about this song before we get started. This song, actually, let me open the blinds a little bit. It's getting a little dark in here because it's...
Oh, it's perfect now.
All right, it's starting to get a little dark in here. All right. So, yeah, see, ninjas were Japanese. See, I knew ninjas were Japanese. I used to watch, like, ninja movies when I was a kid. There's even a ninja movie with Chuck Norris.
Oh, yeah.
No, that guy was badass.
More
Anyways.
songs about Canada, look.
Yeah, definitely more. I want Sabaton to do a song about beavers.
Do they have a song about Vimy Ridge? I don't know.
They need more songs about Canada and perhaps beavers. Like, I mean, nothing is more Canadian than beavers.
Yeah.
Maybe mooses. Maybe mooses is like a close second to the beavers. But definitely songs about beavers.
Syrup.
And maple syrup. But definitely songs about beavers. And make them feel like, give the beavers some weapons. I don't know.
Yeah, Beaver Army Surplus.
Yeah, shout out to, they're closing.
They're closing.
They're closing. Our favorite Army Surplus store is closing. All right, so what's next? A Ghost in the Trenches. All right, so we're going to check out A Ghost in the Trenches. I want to say this about A Ghost in the Trenches. Actually, I want to say something about the whole album before I say about Ghost in the Trenches. But I marked this song as my third favorite song on the record when I did my album review outside of the singles. All right, so one thing I will say, this is the kind of record you have to listen to. I know you guys are listening to the Daft Punk remix version, and he's listening to it on the speakers. This album of Sabaton, you have to listen to it with good headphones. Ghost in the Trenches, when you're listening to it with good headphones, the sound moves from one ear to the other, almost like the character in the story moving through the trenches, almost feeling like Flash, like the sound starts here, finishes here, and then it starts here and finishes on the other side. So in your head, you have this notions of movement of the sound. It's absolutely magnificent. And there's more things like that throughout the record. So this to me is one of the albums. Somebody would say that this is one of the weakest Sabaton albums. I don't agree at all. I think this is actually one of the best produced all around Sabaton records. You just have to listen to it, not the Daft Punk version. You have to listen to it with really quality headphones and a quality like iTunes purchase or your CD. You have to listen to it with good system and good headphones to really be able to catch all the little details. If you're bootlegging this stuff, it's going to sound like shit, but then you deserve it because you bootlegged it. All right. Anyways, Ghost in the Trenches.
That's fire, almost that roots of battlefield. Move between the legs, my soldier, breaking up the fire. Land and rainfall amongst the yellow smoke revealed. Makes its way from trench to trench alone, moving undetected. Close to stay that fall throughout the wall, made its way until the end. Alive.
So, what did you think of that? It goes in the trenches. Obviously, you hear it without the headphones, you cannot get that feel of the song traveling from ear to ear. But what did you think of that? By the way, somebody said in the comment section that the riff is like almost a straight up copy from Rain Zeets from one of his songs. That's Tommy's band, anyways.
Yeah.
So it's not surprising that he would take something from his band and incorporate it into a Sabaton song. So I'm not shocked. By the way, he's also in Majestica, in case you guys don't know, which is Majestic, and he's also in he has another project with a good friend of ours. Actually, he was in the comment section before. I don't know if he's still in the comment section.
What, Tommy?
No, not Tommy.
Oh,
Symphony of Tragedy. So Symphony of Tragedy is also a side project that includes Tommy from Sabaton. We actually did one of their songs on the channel. We premiered one of their songs on the channel. All right. So what did you think of this song?
I guess
That Goes in the Trenches.
the song was really Oof. I have to listen to it with the headphones to get the full experience.
Oh, there he is. Symphony of Tragedy. There he is. He didn't go anywhere.
I have to listen to it with the headphones to get the full experience of the song, because I feel like I've kind of half listened to it, so I can't say much because I wanna get that experience, and then I can.
I feel like the whole album has to be heard with good headphones. I have to re-emphasize that. But this song specifically, because you really get that feel of the story of him moving through the trenches. The sound is moving from ear to ear. I really like that.
Also, I know you like how he says something, then he pauses, then he kind of cuts to say it again, right? In another song, he did that again around the end, where he's like, "Under fire," and then instead of continuing, he said it again.
Yeah, I like that. It really emphasizes. Somebody just said Majestica is Rain Zeet under a new name. That is correct. That is correct.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he just rebranded. Well, and they changed the lineup a little bit.
I gotta say though, Majestic is a better name because the new album was really majestic.
The new album was absolutely majestic. So I really like the new name, and I like the sound, and I like what they did. That album is epic power metal with symphonic. I really feel like the symphonic elements that album has, it really enhances the power metal within itself. It was such a cool surprise when I got that album and I checked it out. But anyways, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Sabaton. So Goes in the Trenches, it did it for you. And the ending,
also the solo was.
The solo is epic because
the solo got us both sitting back in our chairs.
I know, it's one of those
which was nice because my ass is killing me because this chair is terrible.
Yeah, it's not very comfortable. The solo is epic because it allows you what?
Just waiting for them to do a version of D Hole.
Who? Us or Sabaton? I hope it's Sabaton. That would be. You could actually probably convert that into a
like with his rolling of the R's.
Yeah, but Diggy Hole doesn't have any R's.
Diggy Hole.
Hole.
You know what? The day I got the Great War on my phone because
you also got the Diggy.
I also got Diggy Hole. So I didn't listen to Great War before the album came out. Obviously, I didn't listen to it much. I only listened to it once, which is when we did the video. Because when Diggy Hole came out, I'm like, okay, today what am I going to listen to? Great War or Diggy Hole?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, it was. It's a tough decision.
It is a very tough decision.
It is a tough decision, but Sabaton wins all the way.
But I knew we were doing this, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah, all right. That's true. That's true too. What I was going to say, somebody just mentioned that Above the Sky was a killer album from it is a killer album. I really like it. By the way, there's a few more really good power metal albums coming out. I already heard them. I already pre-recorded a review. I can't say too much about it, but North Tail is releasing. They're like a super group, a power metal super group. They're releasing an album in August that is really good. For the fans of power metal, this is a super group, so you immediately expect something great. So I highly recommend you guys keeping your ears and eyes open for North Tail when it comes out because it's really good. And what's the other one? Let me see.
Oh, Apocalyptica did a cover of Fields of Verdun.
Yeah, they did, but that was before the album came out a while back.
Oh,
I think there's a video of it actually. They released a music video or something along those lines. What's the other one I was going to mention? Yeah, all right, got it. The other one was Twilight Force. Twilight Force is also oh yeah, sorry. Twilight Force is also releasing a new album, and it's absolutely epic. By the way, they released a video today of the title track for the album as well. Anyways, moving on.
Wait, I just want to see. We have Fields of Verdun. Okay.
I think we have like 3 tracks left.
Yeah.
All right, so Fields of Verdun is next. Let's do this.
As the drummer started on that day, but the 100 miles away, a million shots of fire, and the green fields turned to gray. The bombardment lasted all day long, and the force was standing strong. Heavily defended, but the French which running the battles begun, descending to darkness. 303 days below the sun, fields of Verdun, and the battle has begun. Nowhere to run, father and son, fall one by one, under the gun, they will be done. And the judgment has begun. Nowhere to run, father and son, fall one by one, fields of Verdun. Though a million shells had scarred the land, or has the upper hand. From the ground about the trenches, where the soldiers make their stand. As the trenches slowly turn to mud, and the quickly start to flood. As the waves in every corner, as the night back in the trenches of blood, descending to darkness. 303 days below the sun, fields of Verdun, and the battle has begun. Nowhere to run, father and son, fall one by one, under the gun, they will be done. And the judgment has begun. Nowhere to run, father and son, fall one by one, fields of Verdun. Fields of execution, turn to wasteland from the grass. Thou shalt go no further, it was said they shall not pass. The spirit of resistance and the madness of the war. So go ahead, face the neck, till you dead, though you die by life, never ask you die. Descending to darkness.
I love that part.
303 days below the sun, fields of Verdun, and the battle has begun. Nowhere to run, father and son, fall one by one, under the gun, thy will be done. And the judgment has begun. Nowhere to run, father and son, fall one by one, fields of Verdun.
I feel like this song is the perfect karaoke track.
Yeah.
My God, man. You know, I honestly, I think the next time we go to one of those Korean karaoke places,
Vietnamese.
or Korean,
Oh.
I think most are Korean. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Korean. Yeah. I'm taking a CD of Sabaton with this song, and I'm going to ask them to put this song on the freaking thing. I'm going to sing it. I can't roll the R's for shit.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do the death metal version. Fields of Verdun. No,
You can't do that either.
no, I'm like that. That sounds
Try
horrible.
the Kill Solo version.
No, I need oikos for that.
Yeah.
Fields of Verdun. Wow, that was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow, that was pretty good. Maybe not for the people at home that just blasted their ears.
That was the Daft Punk version.
That was the Daft Punk. What? You guys become Daft Punk too by singing at the same time as the song is going on? Yes!
Yes.
We became Daft Punk.
By the way,
Yes.
Peter Dinklage said that this.
Now, from now on, he's going to be known as
Yeah.
Peter Dinklage.
He said that the song kind of has the same energy as Ghost Division, and he's right about that.
He's totally right about that.
Yeah.
He's totally right about that. I really like this song. There was a comment that I wanted to go back to, and now Oikos, yes. I had Oikos before I started the stream, so maybe that's why. There was a comment that I saw that now I can. Oh, I replied. It was North Tail. North Tail is the name of the power metal band. They're like a super group. Guys from different bands are in that band. Their vocalist is the former Twilight Force vocalist. He's in that band, and they have a new album coming out in August. Well, not a new album. This is their debut album.
Kicked in the balls.
No, he punched himself when when he's going like this, like he lost his balance, and then he just freaking like whacked himself in the balls, and he went, oh, or he stepped on Legos. He stepped on the Sabaton tank as he was walking around the house. He steps on the Sabaton tank. What song are we on? We on Fields of Verdun. We just finished Fields of Verdun.
Actually, now we're on.
Now the next one that we're going to be moving on to. We only have two more. One is the end of the war to end all wars. Yeah. So, well, technically that's why this song is now, because it's towards the end of the record. But I still feel like Great War, that track itself, it's in the wrong place in the album. I don't know where to put it. But
it should either be before this one or after this one.
Yeah, maybe. But it has to be more towards the end of the record, or maybe right at the beginning of the record. I don't know. I just feel like that song is not in the right spot. That's it. Did you see the guest appearance in Grail Knights? Of course, Grail Knights. They're our friends.
We gave them the ideas.
We gave them exactly, guys. Who said the Grail Knights guy? Captain Thrash. I was gonna call it Captain Crunch. Captain Thrash. We gave them the idea. We did a reaction video to that video, by the way. You can go and check it out on the channel. We became good friends with the guys at Grail Knights, with all the good superheroes at Grail Knights.
And we were like, you need to make these action figures.
Exactly. We told them the action figures in the video, you guys should make those and sell them with your merch. And now they're actually doing it, and they're not even giving us one for free. What a bunch of jackasses.
You know, I wouldn't ask for money. I wouldn't ask.
No, at least give us one.
At least give me the set, the box set that comes with Joachim. Okay, that's all I want.
Was that all right? How about this for a collaboration album? Sabaton, Dragon Force, and Evergrey. Wow, Evergrey is very different from Sabaton and Dragon Force, Sabaton. I can see those two merging. Evergrey, how do you fit Evergrey into that picture? I don't know how you would fit that. All three bands are incredible, but I just don't see how you would fit that in there. Without evil Germany, Sabaton wouldn't exist. Ooh, there's so much evil out there. They could do a whole album about other evil. I'm not quite sure. I can't think of any other necessarily evil right now.
Maybe they would just sing about hoots.
Sabaton singing about hoots. Speaking of hoots, Dragon Force. There's Dragon Force. Glory Hammer. There's one track on their Glory Hammer album. Now I can't remember which track it is, but it's a straight up ripoff of Sabaton. I can't.
Yes, it was the Hoots one.
It was the Hoots Force, right?
It wasn't Hoots Force. It was In Hoots We Trust.
In Hoots We Trust.
The start is literally Night Witches.
It's not even like they not even tried to pretend it wasn't. It's just straight up rip off of Night Witches. That's the start. The starting riff of In Hoots We Trust. Guys, if you haven't heard that song yet, go check out In Hoots We Trust, and you'll see the opening of In Hoots We Trust is a straight rip off from Sabaton. All right, so the next one, hold on, Hammerfall, Sabaton, and Dragon Force. Oh, okay, Hammerfall, Sabaton, and Dragon Force. I feel like that would be a better collaboration. Wow, that would be a great tour. We're already going to see Hammerfall with Sabaton here in North America. Add Dragon Force into the mix. Wow. How about Sabaton with the Monomarth? They've toured together. Not in the last time those.
Next time we're going to see them when they're with.
No. We're going to see Sabaton with Hammerfall. And on the same month, we're going to go see a Monomarth with At the Gates, Arch Enemy, and Grand Magus.
Holy shit.
It's the Swedish invasion, the Swedish pagans. It's all Swedish bands coming at once.
It's the Swedish battalion.
Yeah, it's the Swedish pagans. By the way, but about the Monomarth Sabaton, they toured together in Asia, in Japan, I believe they toured together. And I think they also toured together somewhere else. So they've toured together. Maybe not a collaboration on the same album, but they've toured together, which then they could do.
Which Sabaton already did.
They could do the Twilight of the Thunder God.
They
Like,
did that cover.
I know, but they could do that live.
True,
The two bands live doing that song together. So, now I remember. Before we go into the next song, which is The End of the War to End All Wars. What a long ass name. Now I remember what I was going to say. Somebody said that they discovered Sabaton because of the Metallica cover that they did for Whom the Bell Tolls, which
they actually played on Sirius XM.
I was just going to say, the other day we're driving home and, you know, like out of nowhere, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Sabaton cover pops up on Sirius XM Liquid Metal. And we were like, well, that's a Metallica song, but that's not Metallica singing.
No, because he's rolling those R's.
Exactly. We were like, because he didn't say who the band was, right? And we're like,
it was like a glitch. I'm like,
there was
really
a glitch.
want to give them the credit.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't say who it was. And we're like, there's only one guy that can roll the R's like that, and that's Chuck Liddell. So,
Yeah.
anyways, well, if you guys live in North America, Hammerfall is touring with Sabaton in North America. I think it's going to be in October. They're going to be touring together. Well, we're going to see them in October, but I'm not sure exactly when the tour starts. All right, The End of the War to End All Wars.
What must be done? Send off your sunlight and short by gun. Yes! Cover the fields, gone with the wind like in deep ideals. And ask me and ask me, no end the dawn. With lots of songs and names, inspire the forces withdraw.
I agree with somebody who said the dark voice of Joaquin and the dark sound of the track really well put together. The way the song is put together. And then with a thunderstorm, the end, menacing, dark clouds above the European skies. All right, I saw a comment there. Oh, people were talking about. By the way, this song has a definitely symphonic element to it.
Oh,
This is
With the
symphonic
choir and
power
everything?
metal,
Yeah,
like this
yeah.
total symphonic power metal.
the only thing that doesn't make it full like Majestica. Is it Majestica?
Yeah, Majestica.
The only thing that doesn't make it like that is his vocals.
Yeah,
Other
his
than that-
vocals is completely different. I mean,
other
he's
than
very
that,
unique in his shot.
yeah.
I want to say one thing because I saw somebody putting commenting in terms of great collaborations. Nobody mentioned this collaboration. Sabaton with Follow the Cipher. Those two bands have to do something together.
Yeah,
And I would
we
suggest
had
doing a
Brown Lights.
Corollas Rex remix with both Linda and Joaquin on vocals, because I really feel like that song would have been amazing if the two of them did it together. At least do it once live if you're performing at the same festival. You know what I mean? That's a collaboration I would like to see. All right, so what did you think of this song? Because this is pretty much, I mean, it's not the last track on the album, but it's pretty much the last Sabaton track on the album. The last song on the album is In Flanders Fields, and that one is, I wouldn't necessarily consider that a Sabaton song. I mean, we'll get into it.
Okay.
But to me, this really feels like the end of the album because it kind of wraps up the whole record. Well, what did you think of this song? Definitely the symphonic feel.
Very, very, very symphonic. It was, the start was very relaxing. It caught me off guard, like, going from there relaxing and then starting up like really, really fast. And I'm like, what? Like I needed time to catch my breath. But the lyrics were so dark, and I mean,
I'm laughing because I'm reading the comment section. So Joshua just said, my 7-year-old niece said that Pedro looks older than Antonio. That's because I am. I'm his dad. If I wasn't older than him, we would have a serious problem.
yeah, that
All right.
makes sense.
No, you could be adopted.
True,
But why would I adopt somebody my own age?
Yeah, well, you're just
That'd be
adopting
really-
a friend there.
Yeah, that would be really weird. Then I just adopt a homeless friend, and those I don't need any of those. Yeah, the whole song has a little bit of a symphonic feel to it. I agree.
Yeah. The song itself is very at times relaxing, at times nice and symphonic. Power metal is very
Now I'm reading the Sabaton and Daft Punk collab. I mean, that's already happening right now.
That is happening now.
Yeah, so it's already happening right now.
but it's not too. It's very light. It's very light, but the lyrics are pretty dark, and you're having the whole symphonic thing.
The symphonic element of this track specifically kind of lifts up the mood a little bit.
It
It
lifts,
kinda,
up the, it lifts up the mood a little bit, and it makes the song less Sabaton.
but the way it makes the song a little bit less Sabaton. But even from the vocal perspective, this is a even when you look at this whole
It's a darker
record,
song.
it's a darker song. Even the way he delivers the song has a darker mood to his vocal delivery on this track. I feel that way about it. Yeah, what happened there? Wow, Sabaton and Godsmack? Like, seriously?
What are these combinations?
Like, well, like what is this? It's like unholy alliances? Like, what's next? Like 1914 and Sabaton? Do like
Actually, that makes more sense.
that would make more sense.
And then they're on tour for this album too.
Yeah, the guys from 1914 already dressed like people in the World War I. You could just have them on stage, and they could give some reality to the show.
We talked about how 1914 is more of reality of war than these guys are more.
These guys are
more. You have to be proud of where you're from, proud of the sacrifices, proud of the people who didn't.
Somebody said it
honor
perfect.
the battle.
Just good old Sabaton, doing justice to heroes and recalling history in epic ways. That's
Which
exactly
they
what they do.
That's what they do.
That's
But
exactly what they do.
1914, they do it more how the war really is. They bring Sabaton is more what you want, like what you want.
Sabaton is more what's in the history books.
What's more in the history books.
And then 1914, it's more
It's
what actually
reality.
would have happened
It's
in
reality.
the battlefield. All right, so let's move on to the last song because we really have to wrap this up
Yeah, my
soon.
ass is killing me.
Not only that, but you have a dentist appointment. All right, so last track. In Flanders Fields.
In Flanders Fields, the Beyond the dead, short days ago, we lived the dawn, sunset glow. Love and without, and now we know. In Flanders Fields, in Flanders Fields. Take up our quarrel, we will go to you from fading as we flow. The torch to holy we we must survive. We shall not sleep, nor always go in Flanders Fields.
I don't think the album could finish with a
That
better
brought back
song.
memories. That brought back memories. Back in elementary school on November 11th for Remembrance Day, every November 11th, each class would have a book called Flanders Field, and it would be the poem in like in kind of like a picture book way, and we would all like read the books and stuff like that.
Did you guys sing?
We didn't sing.
Oh.
But it's because it was a poem, and it was every page was a different thing, and it would be a different picture of like the crosses and the poppies around and all that. So kind of brought back memories because it was somewhat what I could hear were the same lyrics, the same words.
I think this is
because some they would go really high, and I'm like, I can't catch them.
yeah, I feel somebody already said it. There's two things about this. First of all, this is the perfect ending to the album. I honestly don't think they could have made a better ending song for the album. It's absolutely magnificent. It's absolutely great. It really encapsulates the whole record. And when you're going through the record and you're listening from song to song, while all of them talk about stuff that happened and real people and real lives that were lost, this one has a very special way to really pull at your heartstrings and really becomes an emotional track. It's almost impossible for you to listen to this song and not feel a connection to something, to not feel the connection to the lyrics, to people that were lost during the war, to young men, young servicemen that gave up their lives. You know what I mean? Like it's such an emotional way to close off the record, and such a beautiful tribute to everyone who died in World War I. So I really felt compelled by this track when I was listening to the album and it got to this song. I didn't know what I thought they were when I saw the name of the track. I thought they were going to behave. Pedro, wifey is here. Is she? That's not good. All right. Well, we already did all the dick jokes that we had on schedule for today.
Yeah. Also,
I just felt.
I saw the fun fact. I already knew this one. Which this was our Canadian song because it was written by a Canadian soldier.
Yeah, that's why I was going to say that. This song is very important to Canadians. It has a very special place in Canadian hearts.
Especially because every November 11th, where every class is reminded.
And I think it's important for the young generation to understand the lives that were given in order for you to have the freedoms that you do today.
Yeah.
Like me, we were born into freedom, but my parents were not, for example. My parents lived in Portugal during the time of the dictatorship. So they couldn't even, like if they pick up a telephone to call somebody, the telephone was bugged. Everybody could hear all of their conversations. So I was one generation away from growing up, from being born in a dictatorship. So we have to be always reminded and be thankful of those that died, that given their lives for us to have the freedoms that we have today, so that we can have Twitter and say stupid shit whenever we want to say stupid shit. So it's really important. This song, going back to the song, when I was listening to the record and got to the last song, I thought that they were going to use the poem, but converted the poem into a Sabaton song. That's what I thought they were going to go with.
Yeah.
When the song starts and it's the choir singing, I was like, oh my God, like I felt so emotional listening to that song because it was so beautiful. Perfect ending to the record. Now, I want to say
I feel
something.
like for a concert, they would kind of close off when they're getting off stage and they're doing the pictures. This is the song that's playing around.
Listen to this man right here. I see people saying that this should be the intro to the concert and then followed by Ghost Division. No,
Ghost Division starts with all their concerts. I feel like
this should be the closing track as they walk off stage. This is the song that should be playing.
As they're taking the picture, because
No. Like, I'm talking about, you take the picture, like, before the picture. Like, this is, guys, somebody knows Sabaton, get this word to them. This is how you should finish your shows. You finish your show, last song plays, last note, lights go off. All lights go off. You walk off stage. This song starts to play. A few lights start to appear. All right? Once the song is over, then they come out for their curtain call and their photo and thank the fans. And then they retreat to back. This song, they temporarily retreat. Sometimes you have to take 2 steps back before you take 1 step forward. So that to me should be how the concerts end. Because to me, this song, the level of emotion that this song brings, the level of respect that this song requires, you cannot have people taking selfies during the time when this song is playing. This song deserves to be played and people listen to it and pay attention to it and be respectful to it. So to me, the way you would do it is you finish the show, lights go off, you go backstage, this song plays with the lights off, and then suddenly some lights start to come on slowly. The song is over, you come back, you do your curtain call, show is over. That's how you end it. That's how you do it. Be a man. Do the right thing.
Yeah.
All right, guys. This is it, I guess. I apologize. First of all, I want to start by... And people pull their phones out and turn their flight. Yes, yes. PLGGCC. I mean, when you picked your username, you must have like freaking had a keyboard key stuck or something.
Or knew that we would be reading this one day.
Yeah.
Fuck with them. Just did that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This song deserves respect, not selfies. Respect. Play this song. Let the people turn on their cell phones. Let people embrace the track as the show is closing off. Remember, because the show is all about remembering war heroes. So what better way to celebrate that but to closing off with this track in pure darkness and solitude, just with the lights of the cell phone? Exactly. Somebody pass the message.
Actually, you can.
Well, actually, Symphony of Tragedy said he'll tell Tommy.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Let him know. This is how it should end. Really, it would be absolutely magnificent to end the show this way. Really, what a true... it would be not just a celebration in a tipping of the hat to all the people that died in World War I, but it would be a celebration and a tipping of the hat of everybody that is and that's represented in Sabaton songs. Because when you go to a Sabaton show, you're going to get songs about all sorts of different wars, battles, and heroes. This would be the perfect way to celebrate that. Let the audience be part of the show. You know what I mean? Remember, we watched Bohemian Rhapsody, and they created a song with, you know, I can remember. What's that one?
We Will Rock You.
Yeah, We Will Rock. They created that song to have the audience participate and be part of the band. This is the opportunity that Sabaton has to really make the audience part of the band and join in on the celebration. I think that should be the way it ends. All right. Thank you guys for taking the time to sit down with us. We apologize for the audio issues as far as playing the songs are concerned, but we need to figure it out. We need to figure out a better way. Yeah, just
like a GoPro.
Like a GoPro. We have to figure out a way for future streams to stream the music without using speakers. There has to be an easier way of doing this. I just don't know how, but we'll figure it out. So the next time we do this, it will be less Daft Punk and just perhaps more punk.
Yeah.
Because we're kind of daft already, so maybe a little bit more punk.
We're already Daft.
Yeah, see, We Will Rock You is the perfection participation song. Exactly. And this one could be the same, not in the same manner of people clapping in, but with the cell phones, you still in the lighter, so you still feel like you're participating. You know what I mean? All right, guys, the stream is going to be available if you guys want to go check it out, or at any point in time you want to check it out. I had an absolute blast. We've been here for almost 2 hours. He's got a dentist appointment, and we're hungry, so we're going to eat some food, some oikos, and head over to the dentist to fix his teeth. And once again, what do you want to say last? Last thing you want to say? I just want to say once again, sorry for the bad audio on the music,
Yeah.
but it is what it is. We have to figure out a better way of doing it in the future. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and watching us. Thank you for your comments. Amazing album. Thank you for your comments. We were keeping eyes and we gave shout out to as many people as we could. We really appreciate the conversation. It was really cool. Perhaps this is something we'll do it in the future. Maybe not necessarily about an album, but maybe just do a stream every so often where we just get to chat with you guys about different topics. I think that would be kind of cool.
I feel like we were gonna try doing a stream maybe
in Finland and include Asim from Winter Sun.
Carpool
karaoke with him. So we'll try to do more of these in the future for sure. OBS is the best friend for streaming. Okay, I'll look into that. Thank you for the tip. I'll definitely look into that. We used Google, the Google friendly Google thingy, whatever. It was free. All right. So we'll try that OBS software. Maybe that will work better. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We really appreciate you taking the time to sit down with us. This album is really magnificent. It's really great. I also want to thank Sabaton, and I want to thank Nuclear Blast for giving us the green light to butcher their songs on a live stream and make them sound electronic, techno, industrial. All right, maybe that's the future for Sabaton for another album. All right, guys. By the way, one more thing before we go, I just want to say that now that the album is out, now that all the songs are out, we will still cover any music video that gets, not the lyric videos, but music videos. We will check out any music video that gets released for this album, and then we'll go back again and start doing some of the last battle, for example. We haven't done the last battle yet, you know.
Price of a Mile.
Yeah, we haven't done that one either. All right, so we will go back to doing Sabaton on a regular basis now that the album is out. And we will look into ways of improving the streaming of the audio. All right, for future streams, we'll be doing more of these. All right, guys, I hope you had fun. Take care. Tomorrow there will be another video, and then the next day another video, and then the next day another video. You know how it goes. All right, we'll see you guys. Take care. Thank you very much.
See ya.